So hello everyone, welcome you all to this new video. So in my previous video, I had discussed with the concept of the analysis of voltage divider bias amplifier, right? I've told you in my previous video how the amplification of the voltage divider bias circuit would be working with respect to the input waveguide signal, input source, variable source, voltage source, and the output side, how the source voltage source is getting uh, updated. Okay, so that those things I've already discussed in the previous video with respect to the VDB parameters, and with along with one simple calculation of the VDB analysis, and with respect to the values getting, and with respect to the placement of coupling capacitors and bypass capacitors, how it would be affecting the amplification. Everything I've told you in that video. So please, those who are new to this video, please go and watch that video along with the previous three videos of this module with respect to VDB, load line analysis, Q point, biasing circuits. What do you mean by biasing? Then VDB circuits, then I mean biasing circuits, everything I've discussed in the previous videos. Go and watch it. Okay. So let us continue with this today's concept that is called as two supply emitter bias or TSEB amplifier. Okay. So make a note of this word, this abbreviation. If they ask in the question, they won't sometimes they won't be asking directly to supply emitter bias. Some they would be giving you like this TSEB. So you should not be getting confused. What do you mean by TSEB? So all the abbreviations, whatever the simple abbreviations are there, which I tell you in my videos, please make a note of it. Okay, because sometimes you won't be understanding what do you mean by that word. Okay, so that's why you should be knowing all the abbreviations very well. So this TSEB means to supply emitter bias. Okay, so as the word itself suggests, in the emitter bias circuit or the VDB circuit, in generally we use, but here in this case we are using only one single resistance, that is base resistance, right? So that's why this is not the VDB circuit, but it is one emitter bias circuit which has two supplies. Okay, so where are those two supplies located? As you could see in this figure, one supply is located here in the collector terminal side, attached with the collector resistance, and here one in the emitter terminal side of this NPN transistor, right? So we are having two supply. If the word itself suggests two supplies, so one should be strictly one positive supply and one should be strictly negative supply. Okay, so you should be keeping that in mind. So with respect to this emitter side, you should be having one negative supply, and with respect to the collector side, you should be keeping one VCC or the positive supply. So how this is given as, this is the upper part of the supply, you already know that it is denoted as VCC, right? Whereas for the another supply here, you should be knowing it as VEE. Okay, so whenever we have two supplies, these are the two abbreviations which you need to be knowing. One is called as VCC and another one is called as VEE. You should be keeping that in mind, that this VEE is always the negative voltage. Okay, so why we are wanting this negative voltage, for the circuit balance. Okay, if we don't have the negative voltage under this emitter bias amplifier for two supply, we won't be getting the circuit balancing, and the amplitude would be getting varying here, because why we are using here one variable signal, right? So that's why it won't be helping all the coupling capacitances here. So that's why since we use here one bypass capacitor, so that's why this VEE voltage would be removing the excess voltage which is not required, because this is the standard value we set for VCC, right? But the circuit would be requiring only some minimal amount of voltage. Okay, if we have some excess voltage of without its reach, we should be removing this that voltage with respect to this VEE here. Okay, so that's why this is the negative value. It just extracts the unwanted voltage. Okay, so that's why it is the basically meant as the negative value or the VEE value. Okay, so this is the complete DC analysis circuit, emitter bias circuit, and this is the simple structure of this TSEB amplifier. Just note it down. Okay, and what do you mean by TSEB amplifier? In simple words, I've tried to explain it to you guys. And now with respect to what is there in this in this notes, I'm going to be explaining now. Okay, so this notes I'm going to be pinning in the video's description. Go and access it and try to understand what you mean by this TSCB amplifier. Okay, so I'll explain now. So this figure 9.9 here shows the TSCB or two supply emitter bias amplifier. The DC analysis or the DC analyzation of this circuit is shown in the figure 8.10, that is previously. Okay, so that let's not get to it now. The DC analysis of emitter bias amplifying circuits, already in the one of my previous video, that circuits I've shown it. So keep that in mind and try to understand it. Okay. So here this figure shows a two supply emitter bias TSEB amplifier. By analyzing the DC part of the circuit, you should be calculating the quiescent voltages or the Q point voltages. Okay, so how it is done, I'm going to be telling now. You see here in this case the VB, that is the base voltage VB, here in this case is 0 volt, because we are sending one amplification with the zero value. Okay, so that's why VB is temporarily 0 volt, and VE is calculated as VB minus VBE. Okay, so VB is 0 volt, VBE we have the standard value as zero point 0.7, so 0 minus zero point 0.7 we will be getting it as minus zero point 0.7 volt. Okay, so that's why here the VE value is minus zero point 0.7. Now IC and IE, that is emitter collector current, both are the same, that is calculated as VE minus of minus 2 divided by RE. Okay, why this is minus of minus 2? Because we have one VEE value that is negative, right? So that's why VE minus VEE divided by RE. Okay, we have one additional second supply voltage, so that's why you would be getting IE is equal to VE minus VEE divided by RE. VE is minus zero point 0.7, minus of minus 2 divided by RE, that is the emitter resistance, 1 kilo. If you calculate it, you would be getting the collector or emitter current as 1.3 milliamps. With respect to this collector or emitter current, we could be calculating the VC, collector voltage, that is given by VCC minus IC into RC. VCC in this case is 10 volt. IC, that is the collector current, 1.3 milliamps. The collector resistance is given as 3.6 kilo ohms. Okay, so this is point. Okay, 3.6 kilo ohm. If you calculate, it would be getting the VC voltage as 5.32 volt. Okay, so hope this is one change. If you observe here in this case of calculating the emitter current, this is one change you observe with the VDB analysis, because we are having the two supplies. So that's why here you should be knowing that IE would be equal to VE minus the second supply, whatever the excess voltage is there, that should be getting removed. So that's why we are doing this VE minus VEE divided by RE. So this is only one difference with respect to the TSEB amplifier if you compare it with the VDB amplifier. Okay, hope it is clear. Now you see here, figure 9.9 shows the two coupling capacitors to block AC at input and output side, and a bypass capacitor to bypass AC component through emitter resistance RE, so that it does not disturb the operating point. So where is figure 9.9? So here they have told that they are using the two coupling capacitors to block the alternating current with respect to the variable voltage, right, in the input and one in the output side. So these are the two coupling capacitors which they are mentioned. One is in the input side and in the output side to block the alternating current, because I've told you in the beginning, this is the complete DC analysis. So whatever the AC current or the AC component should be getting removed. So for that we are using the coupling capacitor here, and this one capacitor in the previous video also we have discussed. It is a bypass capacitor which is used for pure amplification, right? So in all the amplified circuits under emitter bias circuits, this bypass capacitor comes in all of them. Okay, it is a fixed value. So input and output side, and a bypass capacitor to bypass the AC component, okay, through emitter resistor RE, so that it does not disturb the operating point. Okay, for pure amplification we need a proper operating point. So that's why in order to get that pure amplification, we are requiring the operating point as well. So that's why we are using this bypass component. Okay, so notice that waveform in the AC source voltage is a small sinusoidal voltage. The base voltage as the small AC component riding on a DC component, which is approximately 0 volt, that is the base component, 0 volt, we have taken it here. The total collector voltage is inverted sine wave riding on the DC collector voltage of plus 5.32 volt, inverted sine wave. See here, we could be observing the phase shift, right? So that's why they have specially mentioned it as the inverted sine wave. Okay, so that because of the phase shift, the load voltage is same amplified signal with no DC component. So whatever the load voltage we get, the amplification signal when it gets passed with this collector would be remaining the same with no DC component. So that's why you could see there is no changes in this waveform and in this waveform, because the load voltage is kept constant in the zero. So that's why we are not observing any changes. Okay. So with respect to the two supply emitter bias amplifier, these are the steps and these are the things which you need to be mentioning about how this TSEB amplifier works with respect to the two supplies used here. Okay, what are the components present in this? Once again, I'm going to tell you. One is VCC. This is the plus 10 volt here, whatever is there, that is the VCC component. And with respect to the emitter terminal, we are having the excess current which is not required for the circuit, so that is always negative, that is called as VEE. And rest all the parameters you already know, that is this is the collector resistance, emitter resistance. These are the two coupling capacitors used to block the AC components, and this is the variable voltage source. Okay, then this is the input base resistance, since we are having only one resistance, so that's why this is not the VDP circuit. Instead of that, we could be calling it as a emitter bias circuit. Okay, and this is the bypass capacitor which is used for pure amplification. This is the load resistance which is kept here. Okay, so load resistance would be completely depending on the whatever the signal which is set here. Okay, so here in this case we have set it as 100 microvolt, right? So that's why you should be keeping around the resistance as 100 kilo ohm, such a way that you should be getting the gain somehow equal to or nearly equal to 1. So that's why that would be getting related to each other. So this is all about the two supply emitter bias amplified circuits. So these things, along with one simple calculation and what are the changes observed here, that are, I've told you, I've highlighted it. Those who have not understand it, please see the video once again and try to understand it. Okay. So that's all for this video, guys. This is all about the two supply emitter bias or TSEB amplifier. Hope you understood it. And in the next video, we are going to be seeing with some other interesting concepts of this module one. Stay tuned, like this video, subscribe to our channel, share these videos and this complete playlist of EPC with all of your friends of those who are studying in the EC third sem, because these videos, I guarantee you that these videos will be very, very helpful for them. Okay, so those who are not understanding in their offline classes, these videos with detailed explanation would be provided by myself. Please watch these videos, guys. Okay, it would be very beneficial. Not only this subject, other subjects of third sem as well: Max, EPC, DSDV, network analysis. Already for Max and network analysis, we have already updated the playlists. Go and watch it, those who have not watched it yet. Okay, all the five modules with detailed explanation with some important concepts along with the model paper solutions, we have already kept it ready. Okay, so please go and watch it for the 2022 scheme students. Everything is ready for both subjects, Max and network analysis. Okay, in the upcoming days I'm going to be doing the videos for EPC as well as DSDV. Stay tuned and watch all of these videos. Okay, please support us, guys. Please support us. Thank you.